down the road. We'll start with Raj Goyle. Representative Raj Goyle of Wichita represents the 87th District and is a member of the Vision 2020 Committee. He's the Judiciary, Local Government, Veterans, and Military and Homeland Security Committees. He is also a member of the Joint Committees on Art and Cultural Resources and Economic Development. Goyle graduated from Duke University with a bachelor's degree, from Harvard Law School with a law degree. Raj, welcome to the forum. If you want to give your 3 to 5 minute opening statement.
Morning, everyone. I had actually intended to convey the birthday wishes to Gene, and I was actually going to lead us in song, but you don't want to hear me sing. But, it's a great honor to be here for the KBA, and also thank you to Tim for taking this on, and to Whitney for helping to arrange it. I know many of you in the audience, but for those of you who don't, I'm Raj Goyle. I'm a state representative from the east side of Wichita, from the 87th District. And my roots and my story in Wichita began about 35 years ago when my mother and father came to Kansas and settled here in Wichita, and immediately fell in love with the place because they know, like a lot of us, that the American dream is alive and well here in Kansas. If you work hard and play by the rules, you can raise your family and achieve success. And that's what they did, and I'm very proud of them, and very proud to be part of a family that's lived the American dream right here. And I think those values that I talked about are basically Kansas values, and they are quintessential Kansas values that all of us share. They're values my parents taught me, and they are the values that my wife, Monica, a fellow attorney, we are teaching to our 5-month-old baby girl, Anna. So you can imagine, I will say, I know we're all busy, but I think I might humbly request the award for least sleep with changing the diapers and running for Congress, but obviously proud to do it. You know, we love this community, and having grown up here and being a big part of it, 4 years ago I grew very tired of what I saw as an intense partisan bickering in the legislature, and a real emphasis away from common sense values. And so I decided, against all odds really, to run for the state legislature. And nobody thought we could win, and including many members of my own party. But I can tell you that we did. And we won that race in 2006, not only by hard work. I knocked on 10,000 doors in that campaign, but more importantly by listening to everybody who would talk to me. Republicans, Independents, Democrats, vegetarians, meat eaters, whoever was out there, I would listen to, because I wanted to listen to their ideas and their concerns about the future of the state. And I was honored to win that first campaign, and I never forgot that faith that the voters put in me. That was a great honor, it remains a great honor, and I tried to hold myself to a high standard as well. I am a legislator who refuses free personal gifts and meals from lobbyists. I did voluntarily cut my own legislative pay to help resolve our budget crisis. And in 4 years, I never missed a single vote in the House, because I think, you know, if we're paid to work, we should show up and we should actually cast our votes. When I mentioned common sense, part of the reason I ran, one thing I campaigned on in 2006, was that my first act as a legislator was to stand with veterans and the Patriot Guard against the disgusting, hateful picketing of Fred Phelps. And you know, when I ran in 2006, there had been versions of the bill that had passed both chambers, but there had not been a serious effort at brokering a compromise around, obviously, as you know, a pretty tricky thing called the First Amendment, about how we could actually forge a sound constitutional law. And I'm very proud of the fact that with Derek's help and the unanimous support of my colleagues, we have a law now on the books in the state of Kansas that I am confident will withstand constitutional scrutiny if challenged. And so I think that's I'm proud to stand with veterans and their families and on this very important issue. You know, also, one of the things that's more apropos of the AG's debate, but to the 2009 session, we passed a very important law about sexual predators, about tightening, or frankly giving prosecutors more authority to actually get evidence into the courtroom to prosecute and put away the worst of the worst. And these were the kinds of things that are just common sense pieces of legislation that have to get done, that frankly sometimes get too involved and broken down and bogged down in partisan politics. But that was a priority of mine, and on public safety that had a very strong record. I also am proud to be a fiscal conservative. And you know, I think here in Kansas that's a proud tradition. I voted to cut $500 million in wasteful government spending, consistently voted against tax increases, supported legislation like a lot of my colleagues to keep jobs here in Kansas. And I think what's very important is that in the legislature, and again, you know, Derek touched on this, it's very important that we work together as both parties. It is very easy to engage in the name calling and engage in the sort of the partisan attacks, but that we actually stand together to get things done in a common purpose. I literally stood or across the aisle, sometimes much of the consternation of my colleagues, but constantly trying to find common ground with both sides to get things done for the people of Kansas, as I think they expected and intended us to do. I am very proud to be an independent-minded representative. For me, it's not about the party label, and I've learned one thing in the legislature, which is there's no good idea, or good ideas, frankly, don't really come with a party label. What actually really matters is whether or not it's a good idea for Kansas. And that's a very simple principle that's very important to me. And so I really regard all of these, the values that my parents taught me, and these values that I've learned in the legislature, as Kansas values. And it's as simple as that, and that's why I want to run for Congress, because I can tell you that in Washington, D.C. right now, those values are desperately lacking. And I know many people are angry at Washington. I am too, but I'm running for this seat because I do humbly think that I'm the best person to take these Kansas values to Washington and to Congress. So I appreciate your time and look forward to the questions. Thanks.